A popular teacher behind bars tonight, charged in connection with the murder of 2 young children. But that is only the beginning.
Scary moments as a would-be robber caught on tape, approaching a house, crying and begging for money.
It's happened here before. New information tonight about the city of Atlanta being hacked less than a year ago. And it turns out the hackers were using cyber secrets stolen from the feds.
Absolutely shocking news tonight as a popular 5th grade teacher at a DeKalb County elementary school is arrested and hauled off from his class in handcuffs. Natisha Lance has been following this story all night for us, has more from Decatur. And Natisha, this teacher now facing murder charges?
Yes, that's right, Vinny. This teacher by the name of Michael White is now behind bars in Clayton County, and we were the first to break the news to several different parents of Tony Elementary School students who go to the school that's behind me, and to say that they were shocked is an understatement.
I didn't know anything about this, and my daughter has still been going to school every day.
On Friday, 5th grade teacher Michael White was quietly arrested on school grounds, charged with murder. White's arrest is linked to a 2016 double murder in Clayton County. 15-year-old Davion Coates and his sister, 11-year-old Tatiana Coates, were gunned down in their home while they slept. Police say they were innocent victims of a gang retaliation.
Some type of documentation should have went out to the parents. I have not been noticed upon anything.
Parents of students at Tony Elementary like Carnett Hill are furious. The school has left them in the dark. We were the first to break the news of the charges to 5th grade parent Shaka. She didn't want to show her face on camera. You're getting emotional.
Yeah, it's kids. Is my friend really? It's kids, girl.
White seemed to be a well-liked teacher among students. What did people say about him?
He was fun. They said he was fun. They said that they wish that he was our teacher.
He started working at the school in August of last year, and we're told by the school district that he passed 2 separate background checks. DeKalb County Schools has not officially notified parents of White's arrest or charges, telling us Mr. White, quote, has not been convicted of a crime and has a right to his privacy until he is found guilty, adding they typically do not inform parents of teacher arrest. But that might not be enough for the parents of Tony Elementary.
They don't have to tell the whole story, but just tell us something.
Now, Clayton County says that those 2 killings are still under an active investigation. And you might also say that this school, Tony Elementary, is also under an active investigation, but by parents of the students who attend this school who want to know why they weren't informed that this teacher was arrested, and also want to know how Michael White became a teacher at the school.
All right, thanks so much, Natisha. Many of you are also furious about the fact that the school didn't notify parents about this teacher being arrested. Janice says, this is unbelievable. A teacher in a gang? Am I reading this correctly? Andrea says, what kind of hideous heathens are teaching our children? Lord help us. Penny says the school district is wrong. The parents should have been told right away. And Daisy says, so sorry for your loss. Rest in heaven, little angels. You can chime in on our 11 Alive Facebook page.
I'm Christy Etheridge in Rockdale County. About 25 people were evacuated from Conyers Middle School late this afternoon after 3 students started feeling faint and 1 student became unresponsive. The students said they started smelling fumes, so the fire department came to check it out. They say all of their readings, including the carbon monoxide level, was normal. The students were still at school because they were part of the Civil Air Patrol. That's basically the middle school version of ROTC, and they were having their weekly meeting. Several students were taken to the local hospital to be checked out, and that's only about a block away from the school. They were released shortly after that. The 1 student who was unresponsive was a 6th grader. She was taken to a hospital in Atlanta, but at last check, we're told she is now responding. Now, they still don't know exactly what caused this, but they do know the cleaning crew was cleaning the bathrooms at the time, and the fire department thinks the bleach solution they use, which is approved to use in schools, may have caused this reaction. Back to you.
All right, thanks so much, Chrissy. Time to check out the other big stories of the day. Ron Jones is here with the Speed Feed.
Yeah, that's right, Vinny. We're going to begin with 3 ex-presidents who joined hundreds of mourners for the funeral of former Governor Zell Miller. Jimmy Carter, Bill Clinton, George W. Bush all spoke during the service at the Peachtree Road United Methodist Church. Now, Miller died last Friday at the age of 86. He will now lie in state at the Capitol until an executive funeral tomorrow. When you respond to the census in 2020, you may see a new question. If you are an American citizen, that's the question. The Trump administration says it's a way to protect our voters, but critics say it's a way to target the immigrant community. Already, the state of California has filed a lawsuit. Two Baton Rouge police officers will not be criminally charged in the 2016 shooting death of Alton Sterling. Sterling was selling CDs outside a convenience store when officers responded to a call about an armed man. The shooting was partially caught on phone video and led to nationwide protests. But now, the Louisiana Attorney General says the officers attempted to make a lawful arrest before fatally shooting him.
Thanks, Ron. Some surprising new developments tonight in day 6 of the Atlanta cyber attack. New reports from a Georgia-based cybersecurity firm say the city of Atlanta was first hacked less than a year ago. Ryan Kruger joins us live to break this down for us. Ryan, the tools used to hack our city were reportedly created by the NSA?
Yeah, that's right. And from there, Vinny, they were actually stolen by hackers about a year ago. You actually may remember this story. It went all over the place. Here's the headline from 11alive.com whenever we first ran this. Okay, so in April of 2017, the hacker group known as the Shadow Brokers leaked a couple of, we're going to call them tools, that they say they stole from the NSA. And now a leading cybersecurity firm says those tools were used to hack the city of Atlanta. The stolen cyber tools were called Eternal Blue and Double Pulsar. It's difficult to explain, but essentially, they were used to target how large computer systems shared files remotely. And once those tools were leaked, hackers went wild. Thousands of computers nationwide were infected. Georgia-based cybersecurity firm Rendition InfoSec took to Twitter on Tuesday, saying that last year they scanned the entire internet and found the city of Atlanta had 5 computers that had been hacked using those tools stolen from the NSA. Mind you, that's almost a year before last week's ransomware showed up on city computers. We reached out to the mayor's office to try to confirm these reports, and a spokeswoman tells us they're so backed up working with this current ransomware, they're not even sure if they were hacked a year ago. And a couple things I want to point out. So number one, we don't know if the city fixed that problem a year ago. And number two, we don't know how these current hackers got in. So these two hacks may actually be unrelated. But I want you to take a look at this tweet that was sent out from the company that says the city of Atlanta was hacked. Look at this and highlighted. It's significant because it shows last week's ransomware event is not an isolated issue with City of Atlanta cybersecurity posture. So, Vinny, a whole lot of questions we still have to ask about this hack.
All right, thanks, Ryan. You know, tonight we've also learned it's too late to actually pay the ransom, and the ransom link has been shut down by hackers. City workers were allowed to plug their computers back in today, although it's unclear if they have access to any of their files. Coming up, lawyers everywhere. Another wild day in the Tex MacGyver trial.
She showed up to the house in tears, but police say it was all a plan to steal. The case of the crying robber.
Winds are shifting, coming in from the south. That will give us the return of warm weather, but at the same time, we're tracking a system coming in from the west. I'll let you know if that will give us a risk for severe weather.
Plus, a story about sex and a story about religion. But don't worry, they're completely different when the late feed continues.